There's three reasons why coaches and creators will delay the day of starting sending emails, even though they know how essential it is, even though they have lists of subscribers and pools of people already, but they'll just won't do that because of those three things. So my goal for this video is whenever you feel like you're ready to start emailing, or it's the time on your scheduled calendar, you don't waste time on solving those three problems. You actually move the needle and you just start. The first big reason is picking up the platform. When we have lots of options, we end up choosing none of the options. And that is the case for this problem, because there are countless of options, countless of apps, countless of providers, and everyone is pulling you in, and you just end up doing the researches and just spinning in circles. And what I found out after using a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, is that it doesn't matter. Essentially, all the platforms are for sending emails, and all of them will give you the option and the opportunity to send emails. So I wanted to shrink the list into two options and just let you pick between those two, and not all of them. If you have a platform already, perfect, keep watching, it's awesome. If not, listen closely. First option, GHL, GoHighLevel. Best one overall, I feel like, is not just an email platform, it's a CRM tool, funnels tool, automations like calendars, and everything that your business need is GHL, GoHighLevel, high level, whatever. If you are serious and you're committed and you're already into it and you look for a platform that will just manage everything and help you do that, I would invest in it. I would take it. It costs like $97, $99, whatever. And it's great. I love it. I use it a lot, and not glazing the platform, so I'm not affiliated or something. I'm not giving codes or anything. It's just something that I use personally, find it amazing, and just love it. GHL, first option. Second option, it's a bit more affordable and it's a bit easier. I would say easier to use. But essentially, if you just want to get a platform to simply send a few emails out and just if you're not fully committed, if it's a side hustle for you and you just want to get emails out, the second option is MailerLite. I used it for a while. I love it. And the reason why I moved on is simply because I needed all of the second features. So the decision basically is not what kind of platform you should use. Also, MailerLite is free if you have less than 1,000 subscribers. So great option. Essentially, the decision is how committed you are. So if you can start, if you can afford, and if you can do, pick GoHighLevel. It is a great option. If you cannot, then just pick MailerLite. So that's the decision. Second thing is why and what kind of channel should I use to warm up my audience? Because I know people sometimes want to warm audiences on Instagram. I have friends who warm up audiences on YouTube. It sounds ridiculous, but yeah, it happens. So I want to give you my 2 cents about it. And no, I will not be talking a lot about owning your audience. I'll just tell you a story about a friend of mine who had a big channel of 80,000, I think, subscribers, and one day just got banned out of nowhere. Lost everyone and everything was gone. I think he did collected addresses, so it's good for him. But if he hadn't, then it would have sucked a lot. And I do know people who their TikToks got banned. And probably you hear a lot of stories of other people who get banned on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok is a big one, and now on YouTube. And it actually kind of happened a few weeks ago. And that was what shook this perception for me, because I didn't really care about owning your audience. I don't care about what I'm uploading, because I know it's safe. But actually, then I realized nothing is pretty safe, and all sorts of things can happen. So big corporations that do researches tested out and found out that only 4% out of our warm audiences on Instagram are actually seeing our posts. On Facebook, it's worse. It's like 2% of people who watch our, who subscribe, follow, or yeah, basically follow us, seeing our content. And the reason is the consumption habits. So like 5 or 6 years ago, what you'd used to, maybe, yeah, probably you too, what I just talk about myself, I would open up Instagram, I would start checking out the stories, right? I would scroll the stories, I would scroll the feed, and yeah, it would just be mainly on the feed, mainly on the people that I follow. Today, when I go to Instagram, usually what I do is I just immediately scroll to the Reels tab, and I scroll and I found new people, and most of them are not those who I follow. So that's a big thing that changed, and it's not only for us, it's for everyone. It's for everyone who is consuming our content, which pretty sucks for us, but the good thing is email is pulling 10x more attention, meaning every email you'll be sending, not every, on average, on the grossest average across all of the niches and across all of the audiences, it's like 40%. And it's 10x higher than just Instagram. And even if your audiences will not get to 40% and you'll just be at 25, it's a significantly bigger and higher than Instagram. So every email you'll be sending will get around 40% open rates, meaning 40 out of 100 people will get the email. And those who won't open it probably will see it in their inbox. And the third point is list size. What's pretty funny about it is sometimes you hear people say my list is too small at 100 subscribers, which makes sense. Sometimes the thousands, sometimes 10,000s, and it just pretty scattered. And I want to address it. And what actually matters for me, how I see that, is the number doesn't matter. There's something else that matters, which I want to share. I will talk about it. Just before I do that, I want to share a little story that I had happened recently with that. Is I had to run a promotion, and I experienced deliverabilities issue on my list, and it's not that big anyway. So I had to remove most of the people from that promotion, right? I had to email only 50 people. And what ended up happening is I made $5,000 out of those 50 people. And the reason wasn't because the list is small, the list is big, whatever. It just the lead quality. That's what most important. It's just the people that you attract, right? So if you're attracting bad people, meaning like if you're using ads for X, running ads for ad X, and you're selling Y, and both of those things are not related at all to anything, then it sucks, right? But if the people that you're attracting are the people that will be interested in your offer, then it's fine. And I've heard stories, and I know personally people with less than 20 subscribers that can make more than $5,000. And I know people with like more than 20,000 subscribers, 30,000s, 40,000s that cannot make a single dollar just because they attracted the wrong people, just because they ran ads to like the wrong stuff. And it's pretty bad. So it doesn't matter, your lead size doesn't matter. What matters is just the quality of the people you're attracting. So essentially it doesn't matter what platform you use and how many subscribers you have, as long as they're qualified. As long as you're using email to warm them up, you're doing most of the heavy lifting by itself. And that is what most people never do, because they cannot figure out what they should email from, right? What platform to use, what platform is the best to warm up, and they just end up warming up people on YouTube, and they just wait to have more subscribers without really knowing what it means. So the next time you sit down to figure out your email marketing and to start, don't think about it. Just start. Pick up the platform and start sending emails. And if you're watching this and you feel like you're ready to start sending emails and you're not really sure what and how, in the next video I analyze the top 1% of creators, of coaches who send emails and make their most revenue out of it. and figure out what they're doing different from other creators. So check it out if you're into like copywriting and how to write stuff and how to present stuff, how much value you should give, all of those big questions on sending the emails and actually doing that is covered in the next video. So click somewhere on the screen and go watch it next.